Imagine this. You're sitting in your car, windows down, minding your own business, when a stranger pulls up, eats their fast food, and dumps everything, wrappers, cups, napkins, onto the ground, right next to your car. What would you do? Most people might fume silently, curse under their breath, or just drive off. But my dad? He had a plan that would make them wish they never littered. If you've ever wanted to see someone get a taste of their own bad behavior, smash that like button, subscribe, and buckle up. Today's story is one of the most satisfying little acts of justice I've ever witnessed, and it all starts with one man, one car, and a very, very messy habit. It was the mid-1990s, a time when life felt slower, but somehow more intense. I was in my late teens, riding shotgun in my dad's beat-up sedan on our regular weekend trips to the next city. He had this mischievous streak, always smiling like he knew something the world didn't, and he was fiercely passionate about fairness, especially when it came to the environment. Pollution, litter, carelessness, these were the things that made his blood boil. I would sit there, headphones in, pretending not to notice his side-eye glances at the world, but I could always tell when he was simmering. The library parking lot where we visited our friend was usually calm, filled with the quiet hum of people shuffling through books. But that day, the quiet was about to be shattered. Antagonist, introduction, and frustration. Build-up. A car pulled up near us, rattling the calm air. Inside, a couple of young adults were happily munching on fast food. French fries, burger wrappers, soda cups, the works. I watched, half amused, half annoyed, as they finished their meal. Then came the moment that would stick in my memory forever. They didn't bother to throw their trash in a bin. Number. They tossed it all onto the asphalt beside the car, as if the ground owed them a favor. Napkins fluttered in the wind, a soda cup rolled a few feet away, and my dad's jaw clenched slowly, imperceptibly at first. I felt that familiar twinge of helplessness that comes when someone blatantly disrespects the world around them. I imagine yelling, arguing, but knowing my dad, he had something else in mind. Internal monologue and anticipation. I watched him through the windshield. His hand brushed the steering wheel, then the edge of the door. He didn't seem rushed, didn't seem angry in a way you might expect. No shouting, no confrontation, just calm. But it was that calm that carried a weight of promise. I knew my dad. That quiet, measured kind of calm, it always meant something was about to happen. I stepped inside the library thinking I'd missed it. But when I returned, my dad was laughing, a low, satisfied chuckle. "You'll never guess what I did," he said, eyes sparkling with mischief. I leaned in. He started describing the scene with perfect detail. After they left their trash scattered across the parking lot, he'd quietly slipped out, stepped over to their car, and, without a hint of hesitation, lifted their windshield wipers. He meticulously lined every wrapper, every cup, every crumpled napkin along the slot of the wipers. Then he gently pressed the wipers down, trapping the trash in place, pinned to the windshield as if the car itself had been forced to hold its owner accountable. The image played in my mind like a slow-motion movie. The couple returning to a windshield plastered with their own mess. Shock, confusion, maybe even a bit of shame. I could picture it so clearly, the sun glinting off the soda cup as it pressed against the glass, the faint crinkle of paper trapped under rubber blades, the muffled roar of the city in the background as they walked toward the library entrance. It wasn't violent or destructive. It wasn't revenge for revenge's sake. It was precise, poetic, and just perfectly satisfying. Anticipation and audience engagement. I asked him, half laughing, half curious, "And then? What happened?" He shrugged, still smiling. "I left immediately. I didn't stick around to see their reaction. Maybe they freaked out. Maybe they cursed me under their breath. But I like to think it made them pause, made them think. And in that moment, I realized why people like my dad were so unforgettable. It wasn't just about the act itself. It was about principle, timing, and a quiet, almost surgical sense of justice. Imagine the return. The couple approaches their car, laughing and joking. not expecting a thing. And then they see it, the wrappers pinned under the windshield wipers like some kind of bizarre punishment for their carelessness. Confusion flashes across their faces. What? How? In that instant, you can almost hear the internal panic. Did someone do this on purpose? Did the wind? No, that's impossible. The beauty of it is in the subtlety. No shouting, no confrontation, just undeniable evidence of their own recklessness staring them in the face. And my dad, driving away, sitting in his own car, shoulders relaxed, a small, satisfied grin tugging at the corners of his mouth. Justice served, clean and simple, and yet deeply gratifying. Sometimes revenge doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes it doesn't have to humiliate. Sometimes the quietest actions speak the loudest. That day, I learned a lot about patience, principle, and the satisfaction of delivering a lesson with dignity. And maybe, just maybe, the litterers of the world learned something. If this story gave you chills or made you smile, hit that like button and drop a comment. What's the most satisfying act of karma you've ever seen? And of course, subscribe for more stories of sweet, sweet revenge, delivered one act at a time.